It's the summer of 2001. Joe meets Patrick, and he's like, yo, I know about music. And Patrick's like, yo, I know more about music. That's impossible. Do you want to start a band? And Patrick's like, yeah, that's cool. And then he's like, yo, this is a bookstore, it's not a music store. And then they met at Patrick's house. So Patrick's wearing shorts and socks and a hat. Patrick is playing drums for some reason, and Pete's there for some reason. They start playing music together, and they're like, oh, let's play some covers from some other bands. It was like Green Day, and Misfits, and Ramones. Pete said to Joe, yo, we gotta change it up. Yo, we played all these bands, let's play from Fall Out Boy. And so Pete and Patrick are like, yo, that's dope. But we need a drummer. Because Patrick's playing drums and he's a singer. Patrick's like, yo, I got a soul voice. And they're like, wait, how do you have a soul voice? And he's like, yo, watch this. Yeah! And they're like, oh my God, that sounds like soul. So they put it in the song. It was like, where is your boy tonight? And then they're like, yo, that's perfect. This is Fall Out Boy. And they made records like Evening Out with Your Ex-Girlfriend. Evening Out with Your Ex-Girlfriend. Everybody loves it.
It's called Evening Out with Your Girlfriend.
With your ex-girlfriend. It's called Evening Out with Your Ex-Girlfriend. It's called Eating Out Your Girlfriend. And it's real and it doesn't matter. And Pete talked to Patrick and Joe and he was like, yo, what the yo, this is gonna be dope. So they made a record and it was called Take This to Your Grave. They made it without a drummer. And they had like 3-4 drummers come in. The 4 drummers that had come in were like Josh Freese, Neil Peart, the dude from Toto. The 4th one was like the guy from like Papa Roach or something.
Okay.
And they're like, yo, we need Andy Hurley. Andy Hurley, Take This to Your Grave. Record it. And he did it and he killed it. And he was like, killing the skins, tapping the skins, tapping the rim, playing the killing these, rapping it out. You're getting a tattoo right now. What the is going on? We should get signed to Fuel by Ramen because these guys know what the is going on. They were like, yo, if you can make our scene any bigger than it is, which is not hard, we will sign you guys. He was like, yo, we got this record that's dope, dude. It's called Take This to Your Grave. It's called From Under the Cork Tree. It's gonna be huge. And then Patrick's like, I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it artistic. These are 3 songs that are gonna make the album. It's called, this is called Thanks for the Memories, $20 Nosebleed, and Sugar We're Going Down. And they made this record that was dope, and it hit on the charts like 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 to 1. From Under the Cork Tree sold like 4 million records. 10 million records. 15 million records. And Brendon and Urie had nothing to do with the entire record. And Patrick was like, that's good. Pete was like, yo, f you, I can do whatever I want. Joe was like, yeah, that's cool, man, whatever. I don't give a shit. And then Annie was like, cool. And Pete was like, makeup is f***ing great for a guy because it makes a guy look beautiful, which a lot of times, a guy is not beautiful. And I want to change that. I want to make sure that everybody thinks that guys are beautiful. I'm good so far.
Want to spit one more time?
Yeah, I do.
I just gotta say, this is cool, man. This is special.
This is a special moment.
Yeah, it is. It really is. It's full circle for a while.
all right. Pete was like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed about this pic. And then I saw the pic and I was like, it's not bad. It's not a bad. Let's be real. We made Rolling Stone one issue before Fall Out Boy. And Fall Out Boy made the issue right after us. And they were so pissed. They were like, yo, you guys. They're like, yo, Panic has the cover of Rolling Stone. Yo, these dudes. We're gonna go miles above. We're gonna hit every continent there is known to man. But they didn't. Because they missed a second of time. Apparently, they were like, oh, we got every continent. And they didn't actually hit it. Dude, Pete was like, what the? No, you didn't make the continent. It's like, you. So from Under the Cork Tree happens, we have 3-4 years of awesomeness. Like people are on themselves because it's so big.
Drink and then talk about how they made 2 records. There you go. They made 2
All right.
records.
So Fall Out Boy was like, so Patrick's like, yo, we're gonna name these records from Under the Cork Tree and from Infinity on High. Pete was like, yo, Folie à Deux means the theatric of 2. Oh, sorry. Fall Out Boy was like, yo, we gotta take a break. Meaning, Pete was like, yo, we gotta take a break, bruh. And Patrick's like, I need time for my music. And Joe's like, yo, I need time to find the art, dude. I gotta find some metal. And Andy's like, I'm just gonna play with some metal bands. And they're like, all right, this break's been like 3 years long, 2 years long, 3 years long, 3.5. We gotta come back, man. We gotta come back strong. You took my beer away. What the f?
No, you poured it all over yourself. Yeah, you poured it on yourself, man. Here.
We gotta make this legit. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna go sky high. We're gonna make a record that sails the skies. Sure. We're gonna call this record Save Rock and Roll. So they made Alone Together, Light 'Em Up, Alone Together, Phoenix. And everybody's like, what the f? You're working with this guy who recorded Avril Lavigne and Pink? What the f is this on my shirt? Did I take it myself?
You poured beer. It's okay.
Oh, God. Pete was like, yeah, we're going to end up on the tour with Panic at the Disco and 20 Pilots. And that's all. And that's all that matters. And that's just how the story goes.